Alright everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Z-Watch Show. Last episode we hit our record high 15 viewers. 15 of you guys watched my video. Was it me? 5 or 6 times? Maybe. But that still means 10 of the people watch my videos. Still no likes. Still no subscribers. Like I said, we're on the road to 5 subscribers. This episode, again, it's a Tuesday in the off season. I'm a football guy and even a little bit of a basketball guy. There's not much to talk about right now. There's really not. So we got a little bit of preseason week 2 stuff that I saw, along with some other NFL news. I decided to rank my Harry Potter movies. Big Harry Potter nerd, you're going to learn that fast and quickly and often about me. And then we got obviously my hot take of the show, the segment that I said I would be doing every single episode. And then on top of that, just going to talk about my workout routine. And then I just finished up Barstool, the softball game. Again, as a Barstool guy, a Stoolie guy myself, we're going to break down the first kind of the Camp Barstool game that they played in their softball game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy episode 5 of the Z-Watch Show.
It's time for the Z-Watch Show. It's the Z-Watch Show. It's the Z-Watch Show. Man, this guy knows ball. He knows everything. It's time for the Z-Watch Show.
Alright guys, after the intro, like I said in the last episode, even though I doubt anyone decided to watch past the intro but me, obviously because I wanted to hear myself talk. Obviously, I gotta quit saying obviously too. I noticed that I keep saying the same words. I got a little bit of a speech impediment, so with my R's, my L's, you're gonna hear a little bit of... I went to speech therapy as a kid, alright? But what I want to get at is that introduction. If you guys have any advice on it, please comment down below. Let me know some intro advice or anything. Again, I'm gonna be getting a mic. I keep saying again and again, like that's shit like that. That's what the Z-Watch Show. We're gonna get better. Again, people are gonna look back at this and be like, this kid was ass. This kid was cheeks. But I'm gonna get better. Don't worry, I'm gonna get better. If this blows up, if I get 5 subscribers, which is my only goal, I'll go to speech therapy. Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, I do need a mic because my sound quality is obviously... What's holding on my phone right now is my dresser, and then a roll of toilet paper is what is making sure my phone doesn't fall over. And the sound quality, although this is an elite studio, I am in my own bedroom right now, which is kind of pathetic, but hey, whatever. Alright, so first, we're just going to get into some quick preseason week 2 NFL news. Like I said, basically, with NFL news, what we heard, the 2 main stories is like, because people were announcing their starting quarterbacks, everybody wants to know that's the position. If you play quarterback, anywhere you go, you're the man. No matter if you like it or you don't, you're the guy. A lot of people aren't built out for that, but this Browns quarterback, Joe Flacco, is built for that. Like Dylan Gabriel said, or what he should have said, is you want to be a competitor and an entertainer. I think that's what he said. Something along those lines. Joe Flacco's both. I don't think there is a man in the history of football, at least in the last 20 years, to throw a prettier spiral than Joe Flacco. One of the best. One of the best. He's got a cannon arm. I believe he's got to be like 38 now. He might be... Besides Aaron Rodgers, the oldest, definitely the oldest starting quarterback in the NFL. But that division's stacked. Bengals, Steelers, Ravens are all going to be quality teams, especially the Steelers on defense. All going to be very quality teams. So I am a little nervous for Joe Flacco just because I feel like this might be... He's only going to end up playing like 4 or 5 games just because they're going to put in Gabriel or Sanders, which is going to be a little bullshit. So Joe Flacco's kind of in a tough situation. He's got to start out hot, essentially, which sucks for him. Same thing kind of with the Indianapolis Colts quarterback situation. Daniel Jones was announced starter. So whatever the odds of the Colts winning the division just went down significantly. Anthony Richardson's just too much of a project. He's a project. You either just have to let him play or get rid of him. I think the Colts should have just ride or die with AR. Daniel Jones isn't going to win you anything. Like, this is bona fide. We know this. Daniel Jones, sure, as a backup quarterback, whatever. You just got to let AR ride. If you're a Colts fan, you're pissed off about this. You know your season's in the dump. I mean, I saw Pat McAfee tweet something like, "Oh, Dan," like he's being fake excited. He has no choice but to be excited. I mean, this is when I used to get myself hyped up about when Johnny O'Korn was Michigan's starting quarterback, all right? With O'Korn at the helm, actually, we had a good season with him, if I'm not mistaken. We had a good season with him. And then who was the Lions quarterback? Oh, my God. Or Dan Orlovsky was the Lions quarterback. And I was like, wow, Dan Orlovsky, he's up next. That's a talking host, sure, but not as a ball player. But that's kind of the key things based on the NFL news. In preseason, three things stood out to me in the preseason. That was the Rams, the Giants, and the Bears. The Rams, I know I said number key could be a starting quarterback on most NFL teams. So we're talking backup quarterback. We're in backup quarterback talk season. That's the type of season we're in. I hate the preseason. It's like it pains me to watch. I was like working my job yesterday as like a new server or whatnot, and I'm just watching the TV. I'm just watching preseason. I thought I saw Joe Burrow on the TV. He was actually playing. I was shocked. I saw him get sacked once. That Bengals offensive line. You got to step up your shit. I mean, you have, like I predicted in my previous episode, the best quarterback in the NFL. Not stat. Yeah, you could argue he's. You can't really say he's the best. Now that I'm arguing with myself again, no co-host. I got no one to talk to. But I do think Joe Burrow is. Oh my God, I want to say top three, but then there's Lamar, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes that are just the top three. They're just proven they've done it. Whatever. Top 5 quarterback Joe Burrow. You need an offensive line to block for him if you want to make the playoffs. All right, but where was I? Where was I? Backup quarterback Stetson Bennett on the Rams. I think the Rams, after last week's preseasons or on when they play this weekend, whatever, I think they're a lot more comfortable knowing that Matthew Stafford might not be able to play 17 games this year. Just, he is old, he is fragile. As a Lions fan, I love Matthew Stafford. What was it, 2011? I think that year we were super good. He was the comeback kid. The comeback kid that never won anything. That was which kind of sucked because he was a legend on Detroit. We never helped him. We never gave him any help besides Megatron. Nate Burleson maybe. But other than that, I think the Rams are a lot more comfortable. Stetson Bennett looked really good. Really, really, really good. As a backup quarterback and as a guy, if you need him to play 3 or 4 games, I think the Rams aren't going to be in panic mode if Stafford, ends up with one of his little injuries that, he just naturally has. And the other team I was going to talk about was Giants, just their quarterback situation. All of their quarterbacks have looked pretty good. The 3 main ones being Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, shout out Jersey Jerry, Mr. Jerry. That show also, okay, little sidetrack from the Giants. I know this is mainly a sports show, but it's also me talking Barstool talk, because I'm going to be on Barstool when I get older. That's the dream. That's what's going to happen. I don't know what else to tell you. Mr. Jerry would have been the greatest kids show in the last 10 years if it didn't get canceled. So I know there were a lot of sponsorships because he was addicted to crack and shit himself and was just says a lot of fucked up stuff. He's also Live of the Year, so that would have got a lot of, MAGA supporters angry. Shout out Jersey Jerry, Live of the Year. I wonder if he got a plaque. For that. But yeah, in terms of, and then Jackson Dart as well too. Like Russell Wilson, me personally, I don't like Russell Wilson that much. I think he's old past his prime. He's the safest bet though. Russell Wilson is going to be the safest bet to start week 1 for the Giants. I mean, if you're Dable, I think you play all 3 of them throughout the season though, in my opinion. I know Russell Wilson, he had that beautiful throw on, I believe it was a post route to I don't know who, but he still got a little bit. He didn't do terrible on the Steelers last year. He's not going to be his Seahawks self, even though some will argue that on the Seahawks, I mean, he was kind of had studs all around him, especially on the defensive end where he didn't have to go out there and win games by himself. The Super Bowls he won was due to the defense. So, anyways, yeah, on that, Jackson Dart has looked good every single game. I love Jackson Dart at Ole Miss. I used to be a hater of him, just simply because Ole Miss, I don't like Lane Kiffin. I think he just talks too much for accomplishing. It's tough to say accomplishing so little because in the SEC, he's been so damn good compared to other teams. But they just always would choke like a stupid game that they should have won, where then they're bitching about not making the playoffs. We'll just win that fucking game. Like they lose to Arkansas last year or something like that. But yeah, I think Russell Wilson's going to start week 1. I think you just kind of have to. He's the safest option. Once he struggles, you go to Winston. Winston is the wild card. Jackson Dart's a young guy. So once you don't want to play Jackson Dart until both Winston and Russ have shown that they're not going to lead you to the playoffs. You're okay with Jackson Dart sitting out a year. That's actually best case scenario. Worst case scenario, Jackson Dart needs to come in week 3 because that's when you know you guys are probably fucked for the season. You keep playing, you go between Winston and Russell Wilson until a shot at the playoffs isn't possible or you lose 3 straight games. But until then, you just got to go with the experience. Winston's going to be up and down, and when he's up, it's beautiful to watch. You're going to fill the seats. Fans are going to love it. They're going to be chanting Winston. The people are going to love it. That's, in terms of Von Dable, that's what I'm doing now. I'm starting Russ. Once he struggles, if he does good, you're going to keep riding with Russ. But once he struggles, you get Jameis Winston in there. And you ride him out for as long as this hot streak lasts. Because once he goes in there, you know he's just going to get hot. He's just going to get hot for no reason. That's just what he does. He's a man of the people. He's a leader. Everyone loves him. So if Jackson Dart does end up starting a game for the New York Giants, you're either in a panic mode or your season's just done in general. So it's either you guys are just fucked or you're in panic mode and Dable's like, fuck it, I trust this rookie. He's better than old man Russ and wild card Jameis. Get him in there. So if you see Dart in there as a New York Giants fan, just probably not good news. Probably not good news for you guys. And then lastly, just because I am a Lions guy and I'm upset he left. He actually stayed for too long. He could have gotten many head coaching jobs, but Ben Johnson might be pretty good as a head coach too. Even just watching him on the sidelines, his demeanor, he was just kind of, he didn't give a fuck, and he was just cooking the team's defense, and Caleb Williams looked good too. With a real head coach and a real OC, Ben Johnson will make any quarterback look good. I mean, you saw what he did to Jared Goff. Jared Goff, when the Lions traded for Jared Goff, all of my fucking friends laughed at me. They said, Jared Goff is dead. Jared Goff, have fun with Goffy. I stood up for my boy. Did I know he was going to have Ben Johnson on his side? Absolutely not. But he made Jared Goff into a damn near MVP contender as a quarterback. Jared Goff's solid. Caleb Williams is a lot more talented than Jared Goff. I will say that right now. He's got weapons. That first touchdown that he had, just beautifully drawn up. I mean, you could not have gotten, Zacharias? Is that how you say his name? More wide open than that. That play design was, I've seen it. I saw it every Sunday on the Lions. He's good. He's going to have the Bears rolling and Caleb Williams did look good too. He was throwing the ball on time, even the one, Romo Dunze dropped like a little hitch route. Caleb Williams got the ball on time on the outside shoulder, just like they teach you. That was a beautiful throw. Dunze's got to come down with that. It sucks. The NFC North's going to be packed, I think. And what sucks is I grew up hating the Bears, but I kind of like them. I like Ben Johnson. I'm actually rooting for Caleb Williams. It's tough. I like DJ Moore. It's really tough for me to have any hate. Viking, even in the NFC North. The Packers, I guess I hate them, but they're always going to be good. So it's when are the Packers going to have a bad season? They're always going to sneak into the playoffs. It's just an elite franchise. Matt LaFleur's too good of a coach. They're just too solid of a team. It's just the Green Bay Packers. It's just what they do. I don't know. Minnesota Vikings, I'm also going to hope they suck, but also J.J. McCarthy's my boy. I would take a bullet in my left calf for J.J. McCarthy. I'm not going to die from it because he did win me a national championship. So it's I used to be able to take a bullet from that guy, but now he's a little bit outside of Michigan. That happiness I feel from the national championship game still rings inside of me. I still feel like I'm the defending national champs because Ohio State lost to Michigan. They lost 2 games. They didn't win the Big Ten. That national championship doesn't count. Let's be honest here. So it's going to be hard for me to be a Lions fan to root against any of these NFC North teams. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the season. I really am excited. I'm excited to watch some games and actually give like good analysis on the games and give it to you guys. Because right now I'm just kind of talking out my ass. I mean, it says recording for 15 minutes. Just talking on my ass. I mean, I show you guys this every year. The Z, every single episode. The Z-Watt preparation. This is what I prepared for. See that? That's the whole episode right there. Just talking points and I'm just rambling. That's just 5 subscribers, better quality. If you like it now, 5 subscribers, elite quality. Maybe I have an interview. I asked my roommate. He might be interviewing with me. Or he might be hosting. Not hosting, but talking with me. Kind of, giving his insight on, I don't know, NFL, Madden 26. Maybe I'll interview him for you guys. He is a tight end at UWL, so that will be very exciting. All right, but that's enough about the NFL news. Now we're going to go to what I bet a lot of people are here for. The Harry Potter movie ranking. Hold on. Before we get that, I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call right now. If that call ended my mic, I'm going to be so upset. I am going to be so upset. Actually, I'm going to take a break and answer this phone call, and we'll be right back for the Harry Potter rankings. All right, we're back from the break. Sorry about that. I had a quick phone call I had to attend to. Obviously, as someone who doesn't even have 5 subscribers yet, I actually have to get an actual job. I think my camera might be a little off than last time, so bear with me. Bear with me. Might be in a different position. But like I said, we're going to get into Harry Potter movie rankings now. This isn't the book ranking. The book ranking is a little different. I haven't read the books in about, I'd say a little less than a year now. So I'd have to reread them to really give you a good analysis. I haven't seen the movies in a while. Sometimes I'll turn it on, like before I go to sleep. Like I said, I'm a Harry Potter nerd. Here's a wand. I have multiple other stuff that I'm not going to grab and show you guys because you guys don't deserve it just yet. But these are my movie rankings. And I like it or love it, this is what. I'm going to start out with number 8. And the reason I don't, oh, by the way, I do want to say all of these movies I love. I love all of these movies. I wanted, doing this list took me longer than figuring out what to talk about for NFL news. And that's a worldwide thing. Harry Potter was just in my brain. It's tough because at number 8, I still love this movie. I love the book. You need all these in the series for it to be as good of a series as it is. But at number 8, I do have the Half-Blood Prince. It's not really controversial because a lot of people had this last, but a lot of people love them. Everyone's different. You can't go wrong with any type of list. But the reason I have it is it's a slower pace for me. There's not much. There's a lot of detail in it that kind of, moves over. A lot of detail that moves over into Deathly Hallows. You need it. It's just too slow for me. It's a lot of Horcrux talk, which, again, it's very important. It's tough to argue. It's tough for me to argue why I hate this the most. Someone just texted me. I don't know who. Was that my dad? Fuck. Whatever, someone just texted me. But yeah, number 8, Half-Blood Prince. It was just too slow for me. Dumbledore dies. Again, a lot of key moments that lead into Deathly Hallows, but just nothing that just excites me. I didn't really like it. I'm mainly judging this as I was a kid. So it was my least favorite movie as a kid. I'm going to keep it that way right now. At number 7, which is this one's going to be controversial because a lot of people have the first ever movie of every series up high, but just in terms of the movie itself, and it was the first one. It was the first Harry Potter one. Okay, potential spam. I'm getting phone calls. Why am I so popular right now? I'm trying to record in the studio. This is why I need 2 phones, all right? Maybe once I get 5 subscribers, not only will I get a mic, not only will I do everything that I've said, I'll probably get 2 phones because I'm going to be a big baller. I'm going to be a big baller and entertain you guys. I need a co-host and a little bit more. But yeah, number 7, I have the Sorcerer's Stone. The first one, I'll only watch this one if I'm feeling like a little kid. This is my little kid vibes. It was the first one. It was good. The acting was okay. R.I.P. But the first Dumbledore just isn't as good as the second. Again, R.I.P. He played a great role for what they asked him to do. A little bit cheesier. Again, they were 11-year-old kids, so that's probably why it's so down on my list. Is because they were just young, and that's just what you expected from the movie. But yeah, Sorcerer's Stone is at number 7. So we have the Half-Blood Prince and the Sorcerer's Stone at 7. At number 6, again, kind of the same reason I've had Half-Blood Prince so low, is Deathly Hallows Part 1. I know there's a lot of action in this. I know, I understand. This is tough to say. I don't even know how to defend this. My mind is in a binder right now. I'm in a blender. I'm like a protein shake just getting mixed up right now. Now that I'm looking at this list, I don't know how I had Part 1 at 6. I don't know what I was going to say. Moment of silence, Part 1. Again, it was so good though, but you didn't really get the magical feel of everyone. It was just basically Harry, Ron, Hermione going out searching for Horcruxes. The whole drama between Ron's emotions, Harry and Hermione almost kissed, just stuff like that. Again, some great scenes, but I had it at number 6 just because it didn't give. Again, very important. Very, 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 very important to the whole thing. You need to Part 1 before you get to Part 2. At number 5, I think I have the best, in terms of movie production, the best movie out of all of them, which is Prisoner of Azkaban. The movie production of it, everything, in terms of just, not Harry Potter, but, directing, stuff like that. Prisoner of Azkaban at number 5. It just doesn't have Voldemort in it. Or He Who Must Not Be Named. Fuck. I'm so dead. JK, I ain't a pussy. I'm not scared of that no-nose motherfucker. Anti-Austin Videlka. That's what I call Voldemort. He's not Austin Videlka, basically. Yeah, that's my boy. He's got a big nose. But yeah, no, Prisoner of Azkaban, that was a really good movie. Really good movie, just didn't have Voldemort in it. That's kind of why I didn't have it any higher than at number 5. At number 4, I had, which used to be my second favorite movie until I just watched them more and more, because I have different movies for how I feel. I'll explain that in 1 second. But the Order of the Phoenix, I hate Dolores Umbridge. She's honestly my least favorite character in all of them, which kind of drove me to be more into the movie. As a Harry Potter fan, I hate that bitch. She's a bitch. She's a pink bitch. No one likes her. She's the worst. She might be worse than Voldemort. Because at least Voldemort had a reason. He had a legitimate reason. He had, he felt strongly towards something. He had a plan. He had a mission. Dolores Umbridge was just a fucking cold-hearted bitch. There's really no other nice way to put it. So that's just kind of what it is. But I do love the whole movie, the whole, the Ministry of Magic taking over, Voldemort's back, that whole, fucking goddamn it, why can't I think of the word? Oh my god. The whole role, the whole plot of the movie I love. There we go. The only way I could remember that was Naked Gun, which is a funny movie, which I reviewed, I think, in episode 2. Because they had the plot device. Alright, whatever. Alright, so I got 8, Half-Blood Prince, 7, Sorcerer's Stone, at number 6, Deathly Hallows Part 1, 5, Prisoner of Azkaban, 4, Order of Phoenix, so that leaves 3 left. And the reason why I mentioned I watch different ones, how I feel. So the first 3 movies are when I feel like I want to be a kid again. When I feel like a little boy, I want to wrap myself in a nice warm blanket, get some popcorn out, maybe some ice cream, and just mainly ice cream, just eat some ice cream. Just like a little boy. Just num 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 num. Just eat some ice cream. So I have the Chamber of Secrets is my go-to. I want to feel like a kid again. It's a little, scary kiddish a little bit. I remember after watching the Chamber of Secrets, my dad used to come in my room and be like, try to speak possible mouth or possible tongue. It's been a while since I've seen Harry Potter. I'm sorry, I fucked that up. I'm a true Harry Potter nerd. I know I fucked that one up there. But yeah, that's why it's so high. That's one of my favorite books too. Chamber of Secrets just spoke to me even as a little kid. As a little kid, that was my favorite one, the Chamber of Secrets, because again, it has like that kid feel. Again, like I said, put yourself in a warm blanket, get a bucket of ice cream, nom 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 nom, and yeah, watch a great movie. Had a good plot, good everything, good ending, good everything. That's why it's in my top 3. Love it. Number two. So obviously you're gonna know what number 1 is. So we have pre-Voldemort, When You Feel Like a Kid. You have the middle portion. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait till number 1. But the reason I have, so at number 2, I'm just gonna say Deathly Hallows Part 2. What an ending! What an ending! The most amount of Horcruxes are killed. Harry beats Voldemort. It's the perfect ending to a perfect story. There's really no other way to put it. It's the Battle of Hogwarts. The war's over. They did it. Harry Potter, the Master of Death, got everything. Elder Wand, Invisibility Cloak, Resurrection Stone. He did it all. He did it all. Shout out Harry. He's the Master of Death. Part 2, one of the greatest. Last movies. A little bit behind Endgame in Marvel, but it's a great movie. When I'm feeling like intense, like this is the big boy movie. It's a big boy movie. It's a movie that, as even a 23-year-old man, I could be like, all right, this is a great movie even for me. It's not a kid's movie. It's not. I know they're 17 years old in it, technically, even though the actors are older. They're old. It's war. It's full-on bloody war. Bloody war, mate. Full-on bloody war. But yeah, and at number 1, kind of what I was mentioning before I mentioned Deathly Hallows Part 2. There's that part at the beginning when you want to feel like a kid. That's 1 through 3. And then there's the dark side of Harry Potter, which is books 5 through 7 or movies 5 through 8. And then there's just the most perfect movie ever created. I had one movie downloaded on my iPad mini as a kid that I would watch on every plane trip, every time the Wi-Fi went out. Most of the nights, this was my movie. It's my favorite book. It's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. It brings you as a kid. It has the kid stuff. It brings you into a kid, into an adult. Watching this movie is how I felt going off to college, essentially. How I felt. I was a kid. I was coddled by my parents. And then, boom, I'm just on my own. Like, it turns a tide right there. It is the perfect movie, the perfect way to transition. Basically, this, not saying Voldemort's Jesus, but like, BC, AD, same thing. So BVAF, before Voldemort, after Voldemort. Essentially, Goblet of Fire is a perfect movie to cross those over. It's the perfect watch for all ages. You can sit down with your kid as an adult and enjoy it as someone who likes action. It's got action. It's got real, even with it being a wizard movie, some realistic things, like in terms of, them maturing, becoming adults, a little back and forth, like a little bit of drama in there as well, too. And then it also has that, the kids vibe a little bit before it turns scary once, the dark ages of the wizarding world come out to play in the last. So that is my Harry Potter rankings, essentially, which I know a lot of you guys might disagree with, a lot of you guys might agree with. I can make better points on them, but again, who the fuck is even listening at this point? I'm just fucking talking to myself. So, we got 2 more things. 3 more things, actually. I don't know why I'm going to mention one. One's just my workout routine. I was going to ask you guys if there's any lifting nerds out there, any lifting heads out there who want to clip this and put this on TikTok or the internet. This is my routine, essentially. I'll bring you through what I did last week and then how I rotate each week. I might do a 3-week one, but also I'm a man and I hate leg day. I really don't want to do leg day. I'll do one. But anyway, so last week I did Monday. So I did Monday, biceps and back. Tuesday was chest and tries. Wednesday and legs. Wednesday is always legs. So then I did biceps and back on Monday. And you're probably thinking, where are shoulders? But we're just, fuck shoulders, huh? Huh, you got a shoulder injury? No, I'm not my pussy friend Connor. Alright, I don't have a shoulder injury. Thursday would be biceps and shoulders. Friday is chest and tries again. And then on Saturday, I'm going to run it back with Monday and do the biceps and back. So basically, the reason I'm doing that is because most people do 2 days of everything. Is like the push-pull legs method. That's what I used to do. That's what it's going to be 1 week out of the 3. or I'm thinking just legs one day. I kind of need advice. Do I stick to like that type of schedule? And then the next week, so the week I'm doing right now, is because obviously I don't want to do biceps, not biceps, not biceps, like back to back to back like that. Like I'm not a freak like that. I would then do, basically, you would just switch. So Monday would be chest and tris. Tuesday would be, so since I did back and biceps on Saturday, it'd be biceps and shoulders on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, triceps and chest on Thursday, and then biceps and back on Friday. And then on Saturday, I would do 3 sets of chest and tris. Because the boobies need to look big. Boobies, they nice, but they ain't that big yet. And I need some big boobies. All right, I'm a little man. I need the boobs to be popping out. Boobs and triceps. Look at that triceps. Bad lighting too. I got a light right there, and lighting that's hidden by a massive tree, which is kind of scary because once it lightnings outside, if that tree gets hit once, I'm dead. Like I'm dead. It's falling right on my head, which is whatever. All right, I'm just gonna know when I have a house, I'm not gonna have trees in falling distance to my house. That's just stupid. But yeah, that's my workout routine. If you guys have anything, and then it would switch, so it would go back and forth each week. Basically, unless I want to do that 3rd week legs, so which should be 2-a-day legs once every 3 weeks. So you guys let me know. My legs aren't that bad. I'm not going to stand up and show you my quads. I'm not Quadzilla. I'm not Saquon Barkley, but they're not bad. So you guys let me know down below what I should do for the workout routine. All right, I got 2 more things now. We're going to do the hot take segment presented by the Z-Watch Show. I am going to sponsor myself for the hot take because I currently have no sponsors, even 4 episodes in. This is being the 5th one. I'm 100%. I had my YouTube channel pulled up. Yeah, 5th one. All right, sweet. All right, so my hot take of the day is, it's not a good one. It's not a good one because a lot of people now, especially my age, like, oh, how's work? What do you do for work? That should be the extent of that conversation. I think if you talk about work extensively at a party, like keep asking people different things. Like you can ask them, oh, what do they do for a job? Oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, sick. All right, now back to whatever. Or I do sales. Oh, sick. You can even ask, oh, like what sales? Oh, insurance sales. Oh, that's super cool. Blah, blah, blah. But I think that talking about work at a party excessively should be a crime. Not federal, not even state, just a local crime. A night in jail. I think the bartender should be able to cut people off from drinking, but also if they hear someone talk about work extensively, not only cut them off, call the cops, get the bouncer, kick them out of the bar. Either kick them out of the bar or call the cops, bring them into custody. They don't have to see a judge the next day. There's no amount of money. There's no bail money. There's just, you're in jail for a night. You deserve it for trying to talk to someone about work. You know why they're drinking? They're not going out drinking because they want to talk about fucking work. They're going out drinking to either forget about work or not talk about work. No one ever wanted to be like, hey, let's go out to the bar and talk about work. That's never been fucking said ever with someone with a regular job. That's never been said. I mean, you could maybe think of ideas for potential business, which me and my boys might have done a couple times, like, oh, let's start our own business, let's do this, let's do that. But we ain't talking about my job. I'm not talking about my fucking job while I'm trying to have a $3 vodka lemonade at the bar. All right, I'm trying to watch that Japanese baseball game at 1 a.m. that I have $5 on. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit on that pretty little lady. Or at the time I thought she was pretty. It won't be in the morning, but that's okay. That's okay, whatever. Hey, all girls are beautiful. Remember that, guys. Every single girl is beautiful in their own way. And it's all up to the eyes of the beholder, too. I mean, some of the guys, girlfriends that I know, a lot of people think they're cute. Like, some of my boys. Not like my boys' boy, like my true boys. Because I'm not going to diss them because they're going to be like, oh, you're talking about me? You're talking about me? No, like just boys that I'm like kind of friends with. I see them go after girls. I'm like, why? Like, they find her attractive and other guys will find her attractive too. And I'm like, that's just not, like, I ain't top shit. I ain't top shit at all. But I'm like, it's just not, she just doesn't do it for me, which is whatever. I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That's the great thing. That's why everyone gets married to different people. That's just what it is. But yeah, that's kind of the hot take. Not that all girls are beautiful, but the hot take is that talking about work excessively should be a crime. Overnight stay in jail, or if you're at a bar, the bouncer should at least be able to throw you out and be like, you're banned for the rest of the night. Maybe the weekend if it's a Friday night. Maybe the weekend. Like, we don't need you in here Saturday ruining the vibes talking about your fucking construction job, all right? Now, if you're bitching about it and making jokes about it, yes. But, like, the details of it and actually being like, oh, yeah, so if you get down and you hit the hammer like that. No. No. No one's going to remember that shit. They're there to they're either there to fuck or get fucked up. They ain't there for nothing else. All right. So that's the end of the hot take segment presented by the Z-Watch Show. All right, last segment. I promise you guys this is the last segment because my voice is getting a little parched and I'm out of water. Obviously, I got one nice glass because this is a classy podcast or show. This is a show because I'm not even on Spotify. I'm not even on SoundCloud. I can't even get on SoundCloud. That's how ass this show is. SoundCloud. Oh my god, dude. You know how many fucking pussies are on SoundCloud? And I'm over here, can't even get a sponsorship with SoundCloud. And this is going to be the number one betting sportscast. I haven't even done bets. This is the number one betting show in at least Wisconsin. I'm exposing my location. I am in Wisconsin. I'm not going to expose the city or time zone I'm in, but I'm in the great state of Wisconsin currently. Might be moving soon, which is kind of a little risky. I'm a little scared. Hopefully they pay for moving and stuff like that. Alright, so what I did just watch is as a stoolie, like I mentioned before in every episode, I'm a fucking stoolie, and hopefully I'm doing this on Barstool with a cast of other different types of people, because I feel like I'm more entertaining than some other people. But hey, what the fuck do I know? Obviously I'm not, because my most amount of views was fucking 15. Ugh. Alright, so we had the Barstool softball game. So, Baja Blast, captained by Dana Beers, beat Mountain Dew, led by Max, 15-10. Honestly, I was kind of glued to my phone this entire time. I was playing Rocket League, watching the game. I was glued. I stopped playing Rocket League for a bit. I was on a 2-game win streak. I was like, the game was interesting. I wish Big Cat didn't I'm not going to say bitch and moan, because he didn't bitch and moan, because that's just his person. It's hilarious. That's what I do with my friends too, essentially. He's like, oh, let's make it 9 innings. Let's make it 9 innings. Trying to, egg him on, trying to change the rules for the benefit of his team. I really wish he didn't do that, because we would have had the greatest ending to a Barstool game. It would have been, so, what was it? The basketball game, I think it was Max hit a shot right in Hank's face to win the game. If Hank hit a game-winning home run, a walk-off home run against Max, the podcast tomorrow would have been electric. That would have been awesome. Hank ripped it off Max to give Team Baja Blast the lead in the bottom of the 7th, and that would have been the perfect way to end that game. But it was a great game. Jerry O'Connell, I love Jerry O.C. I love him. I love his content. Him screaming strike, he's giving 100% maximum effort. I see why some people might find it annoying. I don't think it's annoying at all. It's actually hilarious. He's the best. He's the best. Jerry O.C.'s the best. I don't even know if he's getting paid for this. I hope they're paying him something because he's just full on energy. Extending the game to 9 innings. Dana Beers, the MVP. He did have the best catch, which is a little controversial. You can see the ball move a little bit. You see it move a little bit. He did have a huge home run. I believe he had 2 home runs as well, too. Dana Beers was a well-deserved MVP, I think. Also, on top of that, yeah, watching Big Cat get trucked by Danny Conrad was absolutely hilarious, too. Danny did not give a flying fuck. He just truck-sticked him. Which Big Cat and him are probably going to talk about that privately. He got fucking trucked. But he held off pretty long. He held off, and he held on. Now, if he lost the ball and got trucked, I think he would have been a little bit more mad. But he did hold on, and everyone was okay. No one got hurt, so that's really the end of it. As long as no one gets hurt, everyone had fun. That's a big thing at Camp Barstool. I had on here PFT home run against Max 2. Again, Hank's home run against Max. PMT, I'm excited. I forgot what date. It's not Hot Sequel Throne, but it's it might be Hot Sequel Throne on Wednesday, because it was Who's Back on Monday. Yeah. So they're definitely going to have Max on the hot seat for that. So I'm excited to wake up tomorrow and listen to that segment of Part of My Take. And then kind of the last thing I had from the Barstool softball game, again, very entertaining. I think it had over 50,000 people watching when I checked on Twitter, which is absurd for watching a bunch of out-of-shape bums play softball. 16-inch softball. What is that? Is it 16-inch softball? I think. Let me check. 16-inch. Yeah, 16-inch softball. Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, no one's getting hurt with that ball. But the last thing on that was just kind of, well, the first picks in the draft, Kadick and Nicky Smokes, were tits, ass. I'm actually a Nicky Smokes guy. I think he's hilarious. I think he should be more of a rebel than he is. He's your classic fuckboy. That's all he is. Does he fit in with most of the guys there? No, because he fucks. And he gets laid. He gets a lot of hoes. Gets good-looking girls, which, like, I don't know any of the people in the office. But he pulls. But he had an abysmal game. I think he might have played, besides White Sox Dave, complete ass. Shortstop play was horrific in that game. Probably two of the worst performances out of one position by two combined teams I've ever seen in any type of league I've ever played in. I've coached T-ball, I've worked with T-ball, and I have not seen that many errors from a single position in my entire life. I have been on teams where my pitcher would walk 4 straight guys and let up a run, but I don't think that was better to watch than any time the ball got hit to short. I mean, you want to talk about it, and I say I mean a lot too, now that I'm thinking about it. Speech therapy, 5 subscribers, hit me up. But White Sox Dave, kind of what Brandon Walker was saying, does have the yips. Every time he got the ball, he was just scared as fuck to throw it to first, and I don't blame him at all. And then Nicky Smokes got bailed out by, who's playing second for Baja? Was it KB or Moog? Whatever, he got bailed out when he rolled on the ground, tried to tap it to second base. That was embarrassing for him. But then Mark Titus got thrown. Was it Mark Titus? No, Che got thrown out at third. So, not as bad. But yeah, Team Baja with kind of the upset. I didn't think they'd win that game after watching the yak in the draft. But here we are. Baja Blast won the first challenge. I know the Home Run Derby's going on right now, which I am kind of watching in and out of. Like I said, I'm taking a lot of phone calls, as you guys have seen this episode. But yeah, that kind of does it for episode 5 of the Z-Watch Show. I know we're all very excited for football season and for the bets. This is kind of when this show is going to hopefully ramp up a little bit when... I'm not going to say I'm going to get controversial, but I'm going to have some takes. I'm going to have some bets. We're going to make money together. Or, since no one watches this, at least I'm going to make money for myself. Right? And then the more money I make, the more I'll show you guys my stats. I'm going to have a whole booklet, or at least a loose leaf folder, or something like that, of all my bets that I've made, so I'm able to keep track. So say, hypothetically, if you were to bet $5 on all these games, or whatever unit I tell you on, how much I would be up or down. Because I personally won't be betting that much, but I'll probably keep my units at about $5, which... nothing crazy, nothing special. It's just kind of what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, that is a wrap for episode 5 of the Z-Watch Show. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on episode 6, which should be hopefully coming out Thursday. Like I said, I'm going to hope to become more consistent on 3 episodes 3 episodes a week, about an hour long each one. I think this one might, probably about an hour, starting and stopping in a little bit. But yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I will hopefully see you guys on Thursday.